Hey guys, how are you? Good morning. We are somehow at the end of Advent already. I guess it depends what day you end. I'm actually ending tomorrow because there's this particular calendar ends on the 25th rather than the 24th. But we have done a lot of things, and tomorrow I'll be over on Mommy Guide Inc.'s channel, and we will be doing the last day. So that should be kind of cool. I don't know. And then I may promo the next thing that's happening. We shall see. Oh, yeah, I don't know. I always get excited around the holidays and I wind up getting up super early. So, I was always the kid who got up at like 5 on Christmas and drove everybody nuts. Uh, Lennox is knocking things on the floor. Anyway, wouldn't be a stream without the cat knocking things on the floor, I guess. But let's see what we got. I am excited. Are you done? I guess not. We were gonna knock even more things so that he can sit. Cause I guess I guess the crafty desk is the cat sitting area too. So let us see. Oh, I don't even know what we have. We have what looks to be foam. I think they look like foam strips. Let's find out. And I wanted to get your guys' opinion. Guess who's here to survey? Are these the same? They are. So they're not strips. They're little squares, I think. Yeah, they're itty. So there's one side that are like itty bitty little squares. Oh, and they aren't they aren't like stuck together. They're just stuck. Oops. Lost a few. So one side is squares, and then this side, oh, I guess they're both squares. I thought they were strips initially, but they are itty bitty little foam squares, which are a good size if you had an itty bitty die cut, of which we have several. Let me see if we can't encourage Mr. Lennox to not be on the desk. But let's dig into the floral die cuts. We haven't played with them in a while. Don't know if I have any suitable paper. I mean, I have suitable paper. Why don't we, since it's on my desk and in front of me, this is a card from yesterday. We've been playing with the cute animals, which are sort of the flowers and the cute animals seem to be the most normal theme. But I thought it would be fun to take some of these like one of these vintage papers, especially one of the ones with like the roses and stuff. Like if we cut a panel this way. Like I think this would be fun to mix with let me grab them. Some of these other florals that I think they were day two florals. Yeah. And we've made about 5 cards and we still have a bunch of florals left. This is, but I think it would be kind of fun to mix the vintage with some of these brighter elements. So I'm going to try doing that. I think I'm going to cut a panel and then look for some kind of brown to like edge it a little bit to make it look a little distressed. But my theory is we could use the squares to pop up the ephemera bits, and see how easy they are to deal with. They're very small, so I'm let's say not super optimistic about uh how easily these will work, but we'll see. I've been wrong before. And this paper, I don't know where my friend got it, but it's designed to tear out for journaling and whatnot. It's really nice to make junk journals. And I don't know, it's interesting. I'm curious what you guys think of this calendar. I've heard mixed reviews from people. Um, I'm kind of in the middle. I actually really like when let's see. Oh, well, sorry to hear that. I'm always excited about Christmas. I'll say I'm less excited as an adult because I get a little bit uh, into the to-do list. Hello, Judy. How are you? Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas Eve. I do you guys let me know. Do you guys have plans for the holidays? I know a lot of I think the thing that's come out from my friend group in real life is everybody is really excited for Christmas. Like, I don't know. Saying to be over is not quite fair, but like people are excited for the like adult obligations of Christmas to be done, I think. I guess I don't need to edge I just need to edge these two edges because these edges are like pre-distressed. Because I'm thinking we got some adhesive squares, so I was thinking we could mix the roses and some of this more brightly colored ephemera, and it would kind of have some nice contrast. What do we want? I don't want anything super bright for a card base. I don't. Well, we could pull some of those colors. How about a pink? I'm doing a really bad job at like saying I'm not a pink person because I feel like we've used a lot of pink this year, but a yellow. I actually have some like more Eastery pearlescent cards I start stock I should pull out soon. Oh, we have this nice like latte color. That might be nice. And then it would yeah, I like that. That'll kind of highlight the distressed dish edges. Do we have a brown? Well, I see ginger there. I'd really like icing on the cake though, because it's more of a brownier brown as opposed to a like reddish brown. Good night. This one. There we are. That's a green. That's a blue. That's a that's a clean brush, so we can probably use this with some brown. But I don't know. I'm all prepared for my hot family stuff today, and then I have oh, I don't want to. Here's a scrap. We'll just use the scrap. And then I'm mostly prepared for tomorrow, but after I get off this stream, I definitely need to. There's a few things I need to finish doing for tomorrow. Mostly getting things into gift bags. I realized I didn't have a gift bag for the things I needed for tomorrow. So I was at Dollar Tree yesterday buying one, which was I don't know, like it was chaotic, but it was less chaotic than I was expecting. So there was that. The only like strange thing is there was like a random guy like talking up all the like old ladies. I don't know what I wasn't sure what that was about. I'd never seen that at the Dollar Tree before. I'm like, is this like some sort of dating thing where like you go to the Dollar Tree and just sort of randomly talk to people? I don't know. That looks nice. I think I'll hit this other corner. The only thing here is this rose paper is like really thin, so I have to be somewhat careful, not be overly aggressive at ink blending, which I tend to be. And we got some use out of this random scrap of craft. But I'm gonna do it this way. Well, if I put the card, do I have the card base the right way? I'll do it this way because I want like these are sort of unreadable words given the font, and I don't know if it's even it might be in Latin. Who knows? But I kind of want the font to seem like it's the right way up. Let me see what your oh are they? I guess I should look at these. So does this look upside down? Like does it look upside down with the rose with the stem right side up? I guess I could look at the other page and see if I can make out. Yeah, this looks like an and. I'm thinking maybe not. Could be a pun. I guess if we have this rose right side up, does that look make more sense, or does it make more sense upside down? Let me see if I can grab. Maybe if I look at the full paper, it'll be more obvious. I'll assume it's in the book right side up. Yeah. So I think what we did. So this is so I think this row, the rows with the stem right side up is right side up. I think. Yeah, that I think that's how this. So like this is right side up. I think. Though chopping off the main like whatever you want to call that. Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Good morning, Cordelia. How are you? We're playing with florals again because it's one of the two main themes of this calendar. I'm not sure. There's no plan for tomorrow. It's going to depend on what we get. We haven't gotten to journaling anything in a while, and I'm really hoping it's not journaling because I really want to save all my journaling stuff. So I do reserve the right if we get a journaling thing to do something else. I almost feel like I want to stand green. I don't love as much. I really like the yellow because it pops. You are so special. I kind of like that. I feel like these would be better if this was in black. We do have the other sentiment thing we could pull in, and we may want to just mat the sentiment anyway. I kind of like that. Maybe we'll do that. I feel like the pink kind of evokes the red in the rose. I don't know. This may also be a card that winds up not making sense, but I really thought using some of these yellow, doing like a yellow cluster of some sort would be kind of fun. Although I guess then you'd want to kind of keep. Maybe if we put this down here, we could use the roses sort of and the other florals and like treat the whole thing as a cluster. That might be kind of fun. I'm thinking I may want to like punch out a round of some sort just to sort of, I don't know, like make this. I think making the sentiment sort of stand out off from the background would work better than not. Or we could totally change our mind because we do have dyes, so we could go in. How do we feel about this? What if we went in not with that color? Now I have this muted red. We could die cut some flowers out of the muted red and then really have the sentiment pop, I guess. That's also an option. I kind of like that idea. I feel like I really would need a sentiment that's stamped in black to really. Oh, here we go. Party time doesn't really make sense. So we might stamp out our own sentiment and then redo the flowers in like yeah, this is looking more weird than cool. So I think I want to redo the flowers in a darker like I feel like I want to use the flowers, but probably the dyes because I think I can do that in a darker color. I'm thinking we could do sort of like this and maybe a blue green kind of color. I think would like look kind of fun here because this is sort of a muted green. So like if I could find a sprucey green, I don't know. That's kind of what I'm thinking as we change our mind entirely. Let me put these back and see if we can't find other things. Let me see if I can find my die cutting machine that the cat just knocked down too. Because if I can't find my die cutting machine, we may go back to. Well, we found the plates. Ah, here we go. The cats. Always testing to see if things are. They might be nice. What was I talking about? I was talking about a blue green. I must have a blue green. I do have navy. Navy is a good fallback. Oops. Do I have a bluish green? greenish green. I have a really green green. A lot of this would be good. That I like. Obviously, the other option here is you can do the thing Elizabeth did last time we watched her craft, and you can just die cut these things out of white and then color them, which is a great option if you want to don't particularly have the color cardstock you want. Anyway, I found this really cool like pearlescent green that if it's not in the light is more sprucey, and then I think we'll use this red that this is more of a cranberry red, although it's reading a little less that on camera right now. Or alternatively, we also have some more red mirror, so I could do like flowers in red mirror with pearlescent too. Happy birthday, Dee. I hope you're well. I hope you have a happy birthday. I hope lots of fun things are happening for you on your birthday. Hope your hubby is doing well. If you're interested, tomorrow in the tomorrow stream, we're going to kind of do a recap of things. So let's see how long it takes me to find these die cuts. That's the stencil. That's the stencil. That's 16. I feel like the floral dies came kind of late. I should remember that 16 is actually the animals, but and then there I'm just hoping it's not like a planner thing tomorrow since I'm trying to like save my planner things. And then 14 is the embossing folder that kind of goes with this. And 13 is paper we didn't use. 13 is sort of paper that matches the floral things. And then 12 is, I think this is the one I want. Here we go. Yeah, here we are. We have these guys that I want a few of in red. Let's try the mirror. I feel like it's a little more holiday. If it looks crazy, we can always do it in the other color. You know what I did before my sidekick? I love how this is just like super convenient for like these kind of quick things. Wow. That looks like it's really blessed with Christmas magic with it being like super reflective like that. I think I need 3 of these. Maybe I don't. I need at least 2. 3 would be better. It's almost like a violet, I think, with the 4 petals. I'm trying to remember if that's I think it's violets that have like a 4 petal flower. I'm sure there are a bunch of flowers that have a flower petal, but I always feel like it's not all that common. So we have flowers. All the other ones you can see. So I think we're good on that. And then just cut a little piece of green, and then we will go from there. I felt really bad for Lala yesterday though, because she had one of those like technical streams from hell where all the things are going wrong, which are always I always find them frustrating just because it's sort of like, it takes sort of feels like it just takes away from people's like viewing experience if like all the things are melting. What do I want? I want the one of these that's more of a so this comes with one that's a leaf and one that's like a stemmy bit, and I kind of want the stemmy bits, I think, for this. Although I might do a second one of these with sort of the greenery. We could do the greenery out of, I think I still have some green mirror, so we could do the greenery out of mirror as well if we like the mirror look. Trying to think what center color these flowers would have. I do like a lot of these dies have big enough holes in them where you can just sort of get the dye piece out without having to use a pokey tool. Yeah, I like that. I mean, I think this will be a kind of a fun look. Pardon the glare on all the other ones, but I am sure we can all sort of use our imagination. There we go. Oh, did I? I may have overstuffed this a little bit. Yeah, the sidekick doesn't love it if you put the die right at the edge, like I just did. It's a lot easier to feed if you don't do that. But it worked out, and I was just trying to sort of get the most possible use out of this single piece of paper because it's not like I don't have like a bajillion pieces of paper, so I don't know. There we are. But you feel like I need another color for flower centers, like, but I don't know. I'm trying to think. I guess yellow makes sense in my brain because like that's what poinsettias look like, but I don't know. If you guys have thoughts, let me know in the chat. Like maybe a goldenrod yellow. Like like this kind of a yellow, like an orangey yellow, I think would kind of make sense for I don't know what this is. It's a Christmas card that's not inherently a Christmas card because we'll figure out what sentiment we want to use in a bit. We could also use I'm trying to think if I have any big sentiments. I am liking the look of this though. Let's see how this looks. We could also use we've also got this craft we were using and we could do that. That might be kind of fun. Let's try to see how those look. Cuz I feel like this would be sort of a bud color. But I don't know. We'll see. This is definitely a I hope I remember where my tweezers are kind of card. Although I have a couple different pokey tools around that have the like sticky bit that you can use. Oh, well, oh, here we go. Let's see how this looks. If this looks crazy or not. I don't know. I kind of like it. I mean, I think it works sort of with this overall color palette, so I may just do the rest of that. And then it's also a nice like, you know, we saved it. Let me see what you all muted yellow. We could do muted yellow. Let's try the muted yellow and see. Ew. Sorry to hear about that, Melissa. That sounds like pretty rough weather. Let's try the yellow. We could always we could also add brown to this and really mute it down if we need to. I don't think we will, but we have ink and can do that sort of thing. So what I could do is this was the brush I was using. Let's see if there's any left. There's a little left on the brush, so let's just I'm just using that on one side of this just to mute it down a little. So we'll try both the we'll try the muted side first and then we'll try the other side. And if we wind up with too many flower centers, But I'd heard on the weather that, like, even though the Midwest is kind of getting bypassed by all weather recently. Here we go, muted yellow. I like the muted yellow better than the brown for sure. The brown looks like it's a dead flower. This actually makes it look very much like a poinsettia to me, which is cool. Um, Good idea, Pam. I like that. And I think since we ink blended on this, it also will add a little more, like, I don't know, it'll make it look a little more unique than it just being a single color of cardstock. Anyway, sorry about that. I'm sure I'm driving you insane with the thingy on the screen. There you go. Yeah, yeah, I don't know. Weather is sometimes uncooperative, as is technology, but I don't know. Weather is. I remember as a kid, I traveled to the Midwest from the Northeast every year, and it was always like, you know, it seems like we always sort of ran into the situation of somewhere was having weather. It's just you hope that it wasn't weather to the extent that it really messed something up. There we go with that. I don't think I need to die cut out anything else, but let's sort of put this together and see how we're feeling. And we don't need that little bit. See sort of what we would do. I like the idea of sort of keeping these front to like allow you to still see the rows. So I'm gonna kind of not cluster this as much as I normally would. So we can like put a and what you can do on these is either use the sort of you have sort of the stemmy bit you can use, but you can also just put the flower over the top. I kind of am thinking this is fun. We're center short, but you know. Although I may wait to do the centers because I mean we may not need three if we kind of have these two flowers overhanging each other like this. I guess we do. I kind of like this. Um, I feel like I would want like a strip sentiment of some sort, maybe in this same yellow would be fun, and then stamp something on that because maybe something more. I don't. Huh, cat chaos is ensuing somewhere. Um, yeah, this maybe bring in the yellow. It's a little more. I like the muted yellow better. I think I like the distressed vibe on the yellow for sure. I think like maybe cut a strip and stamp it, and then um look for and then punch it. Finish the edge and then maybe distress it a bit. I don't know. Well, we'll figure it out. Alternatively, I think let's check before we do that. Let's check our sentiments because I know that on day 3 we got a whole bunch of sentiments and some of them are Christmassy. Actually, I like this white with love. I think I'll use that because it'll really pop against the darker background. I do like the with love. I think I'll do that, and then I'll keep this card base, and then all we have to do is glue everything together. Haha. If I can find where I put my glue. Although that shouldn't be too hard because here it is. Like my glue never goes far because I use it constantly. It's sort of the random stuff that you're like, well, on earth did that go? Um, well, here's my brush. Where else did the cat knock off? I might have to grab my other pokey tool though, because I'm not actually seeing my usual jewel picker. But I have this one that I got. I think this came in a cat scrappiness bundle. Um, but I don't know. It works fine. I know that Amanda from Pear Blossom Press has a bunch of new ones that are supposedly really good, but also kind of spendy for, being a pokey tool. Let's just get this glued down. I don't know. I like plaids a lot. I actually got in one of my belated birthday gifts that still seems to be coming for some reason. Like I got a plaid I really like, so I mean, it wouldn't be that crazy. I don't know. I always feel like it's sort of weird in that like really almost anything would work. It's just sort of like it's more I don't know. On us as card makers to decide like what we want. There we go. So if you didn't like getting glue on your hands, this would be a good time to use a tweezery thing, which I have somewhere. It just reappeared, but I'm good at losing my tweezers. So I think I'm going to put in the one that I want here first because I don't want it to like hang off too much, but I think I will let the leaf hang off a little just to sort of I don't know, I kind of like breaking the visual frame on stuff like this just because it makes it a little less expected than like, you know, what you would normally expect. So oh, my cat found his Christmas gift, so that's good. He's trying to kill it. It is it's a sort of fuzzy toy on a it's like a fishing line toy only without the fishing line bit, but um he seems to be having fun trying to kill it. I don't know if there's I don't know if there's catnip in it or not. He's the one cat that does respond to catnip, so it could be. But I don't know. I've actually been very happy with this advent calendar. I'm much more happy with this one than the one I had last year, just because I feel like there's a lot more stuff in it that's just I don't know. I feel like these florals I'm going to use a lot of, and I feel like the cute animals are also very much my vibe. So I'm pretty happy with it. I know that other folks who had got it, basically the critique folks had was more that like you're not going to get the reuse that you would get out of like the Spellbinders one Cordelia's been opening, right? Because you sort of are in a you know stuff like the ephemera, these sentiment strips, like you're going to use up and then you're going to be done. And I'm going to try and be a little careful to not get glue all over the foil paper. We'll see how I do with that. I do really like this Michael's foiled paper because it's not foiled on the back the way some of the Spellbinder stuff is. So it adheres very quickly, except not if you don't weight it down. But let's just we'll use our ink pad to just weight this down momentarily. And hope we don't have one of those days where like we have ink on the top of the ink pad and then you weight it down and it kind of doesn't work. Anyway, I think we will be fine. I do like this. I get kind of like Christmassy vibes, even though it's like not inherently Christmassy. I don't know. That might just be in my head. So I'm just gonna go boop the glue here, and then I'm gonna pick up these little centers. And I tend to like to sort of twist them off. Yeah, there we go. And if you get a little extra glue, it's not the end of the world. But like something like this where you don't is ideal. But we have little oopsies and whatnots on our cards, and it's fine. People enjoy it. Uh, And I didn't actually glue these stems down, so they are popping up a little bit, but I kind of like that look. Anyway, that's what we got so far. Let me just recheck the chat. Oh my, you guys are all catching up with each other, and I love that. Yeah, I don't know, like Cordelia. I remember like as a kid, like going to the malls and like let me put my glue away before I get it somewhere. But like there was a whole like thing around it, and like even to this day, my aunt loves going to like the after Christmas sales. I'm a little, I don't know. Maybe I should put the sentiment up here because this is sort of like empty space. I think I'll just do the with love one. I'm gonna try and get this mostly in the middle and mostly even. That's pretty good. This is just sort of a simple card that I don't know. I don't know if this card actually makes sense, but I like generally the look. We could of course add bling at the top or bottom if desired. I feel like the flowers have enough bling with the metallic cardstock, but you could certainly do that. You could also do like like the little clusters of enamel dots in any of these corners if you want to do that, or just do a single one if you want to like have more of that kind of a look. Something like these clear ones might look pretty. We could just look at that. I don't think I'm gonna do it. It seems overkill to me, but you could definitely do that if you wanted more of a different look. And here, that's here. Let's see if we can get our things back. I'm trying to keep things mostly in their own boxes since I was gonna do like a project run through tomorrow morning, but we'll see. It's a little bit odd even still because it's like I have some stuff that's um I have projects that I've given away already, so it's sort of like some of the daily projects are only available on the internet now. Oh, and I forgot to use our thing. I'm not going to rip the card apart, but if you wanted to use these foam squares, the way that I would probably approach that is I think you could pop these flowers up, and I think that would be a pretty cool look. But since I've glued it down, I'm not gonna rip it apart today. But that's how I would probably approach doing that. But I don't know. I guess if I were to recap as of today, um, I'm very curious if they do the thing where normally in advent calendars you get sort of a bigger gift as the last gift. I'm not going to open 25 now to see what it is, but stay tuned. It will be interesting to see what that is tomorrow. Tomorrow or early in the AM. But I'm quite happy with this card. The paper is mine. The card base is mine. We evened off the ink edging a bit so that it's more looks more finished. In the actual book, it looks finished, but since we cut it down, it didn't. And then I used advent calendar pieces for the flowers. Thanks for the suggestion on the muted yellow. I like that a lot. It kind of matches the sepia vibe without looking like the flower's dead, which I mean that would be a little pessimistic, I guess. Like dead, you know, with love, except with dead flowers. Probably not a good look. Not a very nice Christmassy thing, um, but anywho, what else do I have to say? I think evaluating this calendar to date, I really like it. I like how it appeals to a lot of different card makers because you essentially have two major themes, right? You have the florals and you have the cute animals that have maybe half a dozen things that all correlate with them, which have like embossing folders and dies and stamps and ephemera and paper and all the things. You have sort of planner stuff as sort of a secondary theme, and you have sort of the joy and the stag is also a secondary theme. So you kind of have four main themes in this kit, I think. And I think it was smart to pick florals as one because I feel like these are very universal and you could use them for any occasion. I mean, this is very spring adjacent. If if I didn't do vintage, right? Like if I put a happy spring and like used a different background and did these in more springy kind of teals and pinks and whatever, right? This would be a very and we've done that already, but like that would be a different way that you could utilize the dye. Wow, that is really reflecting. There we go. Maybe now that's not reflecting as much. Oh, that's right. T, I think. I don't know if she's in her usual 3 p.m. slot today, but she's doing a giveaway of some kind of a foiling thing. I don't understand foiling at all. But I think she's giving away a toner foiling machine, which to me is a laminator, but it's one of the fancier ones that has heat settings and all the things and the bits. But I believe she's only giving it away to people actively in the live chat. So actually I can probably find her stream quick. Let's look. YouTubes. You can look on the YouTubes and say, not afraid of color and not afraid of color. Here's the link. I will bloop it in the bloop. There's a direct link to the stream if you guys need it. It's the one with Mike looking like a bad Santa, which I just am really here for. Like, like if it's like Mike runs amok with the elves and they destroy the craft room. I like this though. You need to be present to get a present. I don't know if I'm around. I don't think I'm gonna be doing any. So I'm seeing it like we do a thing in the evening, but I don't know what we're doing at 3. I don't know where we'll be at 3, but if we're somewhere I can jump on, I will definitely do that. So yeah, thanks everybody. If you are up at 6 a.m. Central tomorrow and are a crazy person like me, I will see you then. If not, I will see you in the replay, and I will. I think I did a community post with that. I'll direct link to that stream, but it'll get added. I'll add it to the playlist if I didn't already do that. So thank you much. I appreciate all you guys hanging in for all the Advent stuff. I think it was quite a successful calendar. If it's the best calendar for you, I think is impossible to answer because it hinges on how much you want reusable products. I think there was a good chunk of reusable products, but like it's not as reusable as the Spellbinders calendar, which I think to date has only had it had 2 sequins, or I mean they don't call them sequins, they or confetti or whatever you want to call it, right? I think there was a pink and a something else one. Um, but everything else was a die, I think. And there might have been an embossing folder. Yeah, there was one embossing folder I'm remembering. But it's all up to you. I thought it was a fun way to try Craft Stash. Definitely the designer of the florals and the designer of the cute animals. I want to look at some of her other stamp sets because there is a Craft Stash US, which is their US distribution side that doesn't have as wacky a shipping fee issue to deal with. But anywho, we are here. But yeah, no, I like. Oh, I'm glad. I don't know. It feels like you're kind of a card with all the vintage. I really like this vintage background. I'm starting to really. I like the idea of blending vintage with like more colorful things because I think it makes a really interesting. Like it still feels vintage, but it doesn't feel like I'm in an old church kind of vintage. Although, T, did I show you? I may not have since you're here. Let me see if I can find them quick. I'm bad at finding things in the middle of streams. I know, but I got this really. Anyway, I'll have to post a picture later. I got these really cool. My missing Secret Santa gift that I opened yesterday. Is that it? No, I don't know where I put it. I put things somewhere. Welcome to this time of year. Anyway, I got some really cool. I think they're Tim Holtz custom coasters that are really neat. I want to talk to you about like how you would make them at some point because they were super dope. Um, but anyway, great to see you guys. I will talk to you later. I will update the event area for January. There is going to be a somewhat secret video next week that I'll tell you guys all about as soon as it drops. Um, well, I'll probably do it on a stream. Anyway, we're gonna preview the LE Handcrafted group winter challenge, which is in January, and I will tell you exactly what the theme is. But like my last one, my encouragement is to widely appropriate the theme and interpret it however you want, because I still think the cards are the coolest, where someone like interprets themes in like a very unexpected way. Anywho, hello, Alyssa. Welcome, welcome. Good to see you as well this morning. So I will say happy holidays, Merry Christmas, and happy whatever else you might celebrate. If it's just a happy week off from work, that's always a happy thing too. Anyway, let me see. Oh, okay, cool. I will ask ECR about that at some point. I do not know anything about sublimation. I'd had ideas of um getting into heat pressing, but then I got a little concerned when I watched crafters where they ran their heat press and it's like they almost took out their circuit. So I don't know. I was then I got a little like I think I'll just keep making cards. But anyway, hope you are well. I hope you have a great holiday, and I will talk to you tomorrow. And if I don't talk to you tomorrow because you're celebrating, I will talk to you next week sometime because I don't know that I have planned streams yet, but we'll probably do something because I'll get bored because I have a week to do crafting. Anyway, catch you guys later. Have a great one, and hope to see you on Mommy Lala's stream either in the comments or on the replay or whatever works for your schedule because it is the holidays. Talk to you guys later.